Hey everyone, you know what's cool? Technology and literally ice cream. So I'm going to take you through the Berkey Creamery and show you how we get that delicious ice cream from the cow all the way to your cone.
First thing that happens is when the tanker truck comes in from the barns with the raw milk is we actually take a sample of the product. We send it to the lab and we test it to make sure it's feasible for us to use. It has the proper butterfat content, proper temperature, no bacteria in it, things of that nature. Once we're sure of that, then we actually take it, we bring it in here and we put the pipe down through on top and it actually goes into our silo. The raw milk goes into our silo. And again, from the silo, then it goes into the production facility and starts the whole process. It's a pretty big facility. At our Borland lab 15 years ago, we didn't have this. We actually had the tanker truck, and it was a small tanker truck, just come in the driveway and we'd hook it up.
After the loading dock, our first stop is inside the production area.
This is the normal 35, 36 degrees, just like any cooler. And you'll see where this is non-refrigerated. Of course, I will say this much. In the wintertime, this is cold, because this is not heated. All right? So here's our extra supply of dry ice. Hey, think about this.
How much dry ice do you guys get?
10 to 15,000 pounds a week.
What?
Yeah. Each one of these are between 750 and 800 pounds of dry ice. Now, you saw the one that was in the store. There was 2 in the back, and we have 6 here. Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, which I may be mistaken, we'll probably have 20 or 30 back here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess it saves on delivery costs.
It does. Not only, well, but you got to understand, that's every week.
What?
We get this. Look.
How many people are taking ice cream to go? Or I guess mailing?
We ship and we do ice cream to go. Now, you got to realize each one of those being 750 to 800 pounds, we need 10,000 pounds a week. So you got more here. And if I'm right,
Oh, yep.
more here. So when you start counting them, we got them all over the place. Okay? So this is where we keep all of our dried stuff. Now you say that's cool. It's not cool in here temperature-wise, but this is where we're actually getting everything down right now. It's a little discombobulated because we're getting everything down to get ready for the weekend. They're doing a lot of production. Hopefully peanut butter marshmallow they're making. We'll go in there and see, and we keep our extra stock. These are also brought in so we can stack them. You can see 2 of them are stacked up there. So when we bring 20 or 30 of these in, we have a very small confined space. And we've continually grown where we can't grow our space needs, so we have to find any way we can to stack things. So we'll stack them up high.
And those containers do pretty well in keeping it cold.
They really do. They really do. I can actually take that dry ice. Now it'll dissipate a little bit, but I'll take, they shrink wrap these. I can keep this dry ice a whole week without it dissipating a lot. So we're gonna go into the
Inner sanctum.
Oh wow, looks like a brewery.
Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to wash our hands, okay? It's part of the requirement. Now, Joe, I'm not going to have you wash your hands like that, all right? I'm going to have you wash your hands over at the other entrance.
All right.
I usually don't let that happen. So come on over here.
Whoa, this is cool.
Now here's what you got to do. You got to roll your sleeves up, and it will automatically wash your hands for you. Stick your hands in there.
I don't know. Usually people, when someone says stick your hands in something, it's not good.
It'll be the best thing. Go ahead, step in there.
Go in.
Straight in. Whoa.
And now it's disinfecting my hands too?
Now you're done. You grab there. So everything is touchless. So you don't have to worry about anything contaminating anything.
So now I can do surgery.
That's right. Hey, was that the best feeling?
It is! It's a dishwasher for hands.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this is where everything happens. When we get our milk in from the dairy barns, okay? And I can take you back to where the receiving bay actually is, and we can start there and work our way forward. But this is the first place that we actually start making our product. This is a pasteurizer, and it's called an HTST pasteurizer. High temperature, short time. And what it does is it heats the milk up at a high temperature, about 160 degrees, for about 15 seconds to make sure it kills any bacteria that may be in there we didn't detect. And as you see in your milk, you see pasteurization, pasteurized. And that's what the pasteurizer does.
And are these coming from Penn State's cows?
75% of our milk comes from Penn State cows. So there's about a herd of about 225, and about 200 of them are milking cows. So we actually get 75% of the milk that we use all together comes from the entire herd at Penn State. And then over here is the brains. That's the computer that tells all this equipment what to do. This piece right here,
What the heck was that?
that's coming from the homogenizer.
All right.
And they're cleaning out the homogenizer. That's that big block machine over there.
I feel like I'm in a Willy Wonka when I ate that shot.
You'll love it. That's the separator. That separates the cream from the milk so that we can make skim milk, 2% milk, and heavy cream. All right? But what I really wanted to take you to, not to miss the fluid milk, I really wanted to take you over to where they're making ice cream. How's that?
All right, sounds cool.
See over there, they're actually filling the half gallons of ice cream. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
And we'll walk around there, but then the half gallons of ice cream are being filled. The actual lids are being put on. They're coming around on the conveyor belt, and we're grabbing them by hand and put them in the cases. And you remember those cases went into the blast freezer? Okay, well this conveyor belt that you see going up there it goes. That's going right into the blast freezer that we were at.
So the ice cream is actually liquidy and warm at this time.
The ice cream's sitting around about 23 degrees. Okay? So it's soft enough and pliable enough to go ahead and put the ingredients in it and mix the ingredients in it and also be able to be filled. So it's coming out of the freezers, and I can take you around and show you where the ice cream goes into the freezer. These are the mixing tanks. These are where the ice cream mix is made. It's actually, the ingredients have already been added. The ice cream mix is here and it's blended. And we usually blend it here from 12 to 24 hours to make sure it's all blended good. When we're ready, the first stage after that, it goes into a flavor vat. This is a liquid flavor vat. There's 3 different compartments. We can put 3 different kinds of ice cream, whether it's a chocolate variegate, whether it's a strawberry variegate or a vanilla variegate.
So we're making what are we making right now?
We're making the actual ice cream mix.
Okay.
This is an ice cream base.
Okay.
It has no flavor. When it goes into this,
Oh, this is where you make the fix.
the flavor,
Okay.
not the inclusions, not the chocolate chip cookie doughs
Okay.
or the bittersweet mint pieces, but this is the actual liquid variegates.
Okay.
This is the chocolate syrup. This is the vanilla. This is the strawberry syrup. So you're actually making the flavored ice cream. All right? When it's done there, we go over here. These 2 particular big pieces right here are the freezers. You can see it says freezer 1, freezer 2. So when that ice cream base comes into the liquid variegates, becomes an ice cream mix, it gets put in here and gets frozen to about the 23 degrees. Then it comes through here, and you can see the glass front. That's where the hard variegates get added.
Okay.
That's one of the last stages before it actually gets filled into the container.
And that also mixes the stuff into it then. It has like a mixer.
At a certain rate so that everything is consistent. It's my favorite part of the ice cream making because that's what puts the chocolate chip cookie doughs in there, the cookies and cream. Everybody's favorite hard variegates get put in there.
What my favorite thing to watch is the lids go through the loop-de-loop up here.
The loop-de-loop, I like that. Yes, that actually makes it easier for the lids to get separated and stacked so we don't have to waste time. So that half gallon and that lid is ready to be filled and capped right away. And we can come over here.
Isn't that cool?
So you see the half gallon containers are actually being filled as we speak. And the lids are being stacked the right way. And when we were on the other side, you saw when they were capping off. And then the labeler is right over here at the very end, and it gets taken out into the freezer. We can take a look at the freezer then coming in right now. This is actually required by law, by regulations, by state regulations, that we have these for all of our machines here. It actually monitors any change in temperature or anything to that nature, so that when the inspectors come in and look at us, they make sure that everything throughout the entire process is done the right way. So it's a monitor for the actual product and the equipment.
So how long ago, and you may not know this, did they go from the Lucille Ball method of just packing everything to machines?
Wow, it's way before my time.
Okay.
But I will tell you this much, everything continues to progress. And I will say, if it wasn't for these guys right here, nobody would have ice cream. Some of these guys have been here 30 plus years. And what they've seen in the changes are equipment becoming more user-friendly to allow us to put more ice cream containers out in a given hour in a given day. If we didn't have that, we'd never keep up with the demand. It'd be impossible for us to do that. So though equipment has taken away some of the jobs, it's actually helped us in the long run because we haven't had to reduce our jobs because our demand has gone up.
And now you're able to expand to the branch campuses because of it.
I am. We're not only able to expand to the branch campuses, but we went from 5 flavors of pints to 15 flavors of pints because we're able to actually handle the capacity. So we're also not only able to serve other Penn State customers, we're also able to look at product development and see if we have other products that the customers want. And this is the back end of the blast freezer.
Oh, wow.
See, that's that conveyor belt that just took that half gallon down in there. And that's why I say, the quicker we can get it from the production facility into the blast freezer, the quicker we can freeze it and make sure that ice cream, the ingredients hold the consistency right.
Coming up next week, I'm going to talk more about the blast freezer, one of the coldest places I've ever been, and continue our journey through the creamery into what is very tasty ice cream that you can get.